Hello, class. Hi, my name is Professor Sims, and today I will be subbing for our Family Consumer Science class. So, I have this nice little presentation of things, but before we get into any of this, I have a question for you. Let's say I gave you $100 right now, hard cash. What would you spend your money on? Okay. You in the back. Jordans. Understandable. We all love a good shoe. Okay, anybody else? Gas. Yes. Because gas is expensive, people. I 1000% understand that. You in the front. A video game. Yeah, of course. Okay. I want somebody from this area. Clothes. Yes, clothes. All right, you guys. Two more. Food. Awesome. And one more. Save it. What the kids say? Yes. So, we have a list of things here. But can you tell me, what do we actually want or need from this list? This brings us to our learning objective of today. Students will be able to define the difference between wants and needs. Yes. So, this is a very important life skill, especially for people around our age. We are just now starting to take care of ourselves. Yes, we were possibly helping out with our parents beforehand, but this is just us now. This is us taking care of our lives. So it is imperative that we understand the difference between a want and a need. Okay, so let's get into our first main idea of today. What is a want? Okay, I want to get a pool of answers. Okay, what is a want to you? Yes, no, I love your answer, and you are actually correct. A want is something that you desire. We all have desires in life. So let's write this down. Want is something that you desire. Something that you might crave to have. Something that you just, as in the title it says, just want. We all have things we want. So, class, give me some examples of things that you would want. Okay. So, we have, everybody, let's slow down. What are things that we want? Lululemon. Okay. Okay, you? NBA Youngboy tickets. We all love a good concert. I'm just going to write tickets. And one more. Yes, we can want to buy clothes, even though we said that already. Hey, well, no, we already have Lululemon, you guys. What's one more thing that you would want? Okay, yeah, we would want to have our own things. So what's something like that? We're getting closer. A car. Thank you. And this could be like a fancy sport car. It could be a truck. And etc. These are so many things that can help us define a want. Just to clarify, this is something that you desire. Okay? So, class, I want us to identify what we would need. Needs. What is the definition of something that we need? Yes. Perfect answer. It is something that is required for survival. Yes. Let's write that down, people. Something that is required for survival. Okay, so let's give me some examples of things that we need, okay? Yeah, you guys, we actually said a couple of them earlier, which is, yes, food. Yes. House. Yes. That. Shelter, house, same thing. We just really need one more thing. It's actually something that we put on this list. Yes. Gas. It is essential. So these are just some things that we need to survive. But let's really get more deep into why these things matter. So, wants are really just short-term happiness. There has been a lot of things that I have spent my money on that was purely out of the want and just the bliss of having that object, which could be just randomly shopping, or it could be randomly eating out, and to the point where it's not random and you are eating out. Can anybody in this class relate to that? Eating out every day? Yes. Can you tell me if that is a want or if that is a need? Yes, it does spark a healthy debate because, yeah, sometimes eating out can be a need. You need food to survive. However, would it be cost effective to eat out every day? Or would it be easier for us to go to the grocery store, use a percentage of this $100 that I would have given you guys, and just flip that $20 at the grocery store to last you a whole week of food? It does make eating out sound like a want, doesn't it? Yes. So, that's just getting more into how want is short-term happiness. Let me write this down. Want, short-term happiness. Now let's get into the needs. A need is long-term stability. Let's write that down. Yes. So, let's get into why a need is a long-term stability. You guys, with spending all of our money on things that we want, we oftentimes neglect the things that we need. So if you're spending all your money eating out, but you need a new piece for your car, or you need to move out of your parents' place, but you're spending money on Lululemon, you're buying tickets to concerts, you're going out buying sports cars with the first huge check you get. How does always going after our wants outweigh the things that we need? Yes. You are 1,000% right. You are 1,000% right, because it's easy to lose track of what's important. But that is the reason for today's lesson. Our today's lesson is to be able to define the difference between wants and needs. Yes. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So you guys, I want everybody to pick teams. You know what? Just to make it fast and simple, we're going to split the class in half. So this half of the class is Team A, and this half of the class is Team B. So we are going to play a quick game called Spend and Save. So, you guys, we're going to write down a list of things, and I'm explaining the rules wrong. I am going to write down a list of things, and you guys are going to tell me, are these things that I want or are these things that I need, okay? So I will give each people a turn, each group a turn to answer. And this isn't a who gets to win. This is just a nice little poll of who understands it. So we're going to make a column here. Okay, we're going to put items. Okay. And W versus N. Wants versus needs, okay? So, we're going to do this quick, because this should be things that come off the top of our head, okay? Okay? So first, rent. Team A, is that a want or a need? Need, yes. Okay, Team B, Starbucks. Is it a want or a need? Want, correct. Team A, doctor's visit. Is this a want or a need? Need, yes. Team B, going out of town. Well, just going out in general. Is it a want or is it a need? Hey, that is a good question, because what if going out is something that you need, like a desire to be able to escape a certain thing? But what if we're broke? Depends on the circumstances, which is why it is imperative that we need to be able to identify the difference between a want versus a need. If we know we got bills to pay, if we know we got rent, if we know we need a doctor's visit, we don't need to be going out. But if we are caught up on everything, we have done everything that we are supposed to do, and we have a few extra dollars, I say let's go out. I know you guys understand. So we're going to put want and need here. Okay? Let's keep going. Real quick. All right, Team B, Netflix. Want, yes. All right, Team A, groceries. Need, yes. One last one, whole class. AirPods. Yes, I understand as a college student we think that they're needs. But let's get into why this is kind of the same as going out. Some people might need headphones so they can focus with school, and other people might need them for certain other things. But if we know that we have rent and we have groceries and we have a doctor's visit, should we go out and buy the most expensive headphones we see? Or should we grab some quick headphones that won't cost that much, but will get us through what we need? Yes. And that really, well, we're going to put wants and need, but that really encapsulates everything that we are trying to accomplish here. We need to be able to identify the difference between a want and a need. Yes, so class, spew back to me. Let's make sure that we're all comprehending. Why is it important to know the difference between a want and a need? Okay, let's do it like this. Team A. Okay, yes, a want is just something, like we said, something that you desire. Yes, something that you would love to have. Something that can, and most likely always, brings you short-term happiness. For example, Lululemon, concert tickets, buying a car, etc., etc. But we need to dive into a need. Team B, let's talk about it. Needs. Something that is required for your survival. Yes, food, gas, housing, long-term stability. Being able to tell yourself and put these things that are in your life into their own separate categories will save you. I am coming to you as a professor myself, as a person who has been in your shoes. Spending all of my times on my wants have made me completely lose out on things that I need. And that is why we are having this class. And that is why it is imperative for everybody to take this course and understand, because this sets you up for the rest of your life. So, I would like to thank you guys for paying attention to my lesson, and I hope that you guys are able to take something home today. And if you're going to the store, or if you're thinking about eating out today, maybe go to Walmart. Maybe coupon. You know, there are ways. And with us diving into this more, we can figure out how to tailor this to you. But I just want to say thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.